Welcome to Erewhon, where $20 smoothies come with collagen, clout, and a cameo with a Kardashian. This isn't just a grocery store, it's a wellness runway show, a cultural hotspot, and a place where CMOS has a higher markup than most tech stocks. People aren't just shopping here, they're Instagramming their carts, and the question is why? Let's dig into the strategy behind the luxury health mart that turned overpriced produce into a lifestyle flex. Before Erewhon became the ultra-trendy grocery store we know today, it actually had humble beginnings. It was started in 1966 by a couple from Japan who believed that food should be natural, simple, and healing. The name Erewhon came from a book published in 1872 where a made-up place helped people responsible for their health. Fun fact, it's almost nowhere spelled backwards. They opened a store in Los Angeles in 1970s, but business struggled and they filed for bankruptcy in 1981. Fast forward to 2011, an entrepreneur bought the brand. He gave it a full makeover, new look, new vibe, new purpose. Now Erewhon is a luxury hotspot for health lovers, trendsetters, and celebs, with 10 stores around LA and plans to grow even more. Whole Foods is upscale. Erewhon is high fashion. Erewhon doesn't want to be your pantry, it wants to be your personality. While other grocery stores are optimizing for convenience or affordability, Erewhon is optimizing for cultural capital. It's not just about what you buy, it's who you become when you buy it. And LA bought in deep. You're not just paying for produce, you're paying for exclusivity, for being in on something that feels rare, elite, and just out of reach for most people. From the second you walk in, Erewhon sells you a vibe. Light wood tones, pristine produce pyramids, carefully curated playlists humming in the background. There's an intentional design language here. Minimalism with a halo. The smoothie bar is not just a counter, it's a shrine. Smoothie names read like designer perfumes. The Matcha Beauty, the Goddess Green, the Hailey Bieber. The hot food bar gleams like it was styled by a Michelin star chef. Even the floor is so spotless, you'll trust it more than your yoga mat. Everything is clean, not just physically, but emotionally. It radiates order and purity, and that's the point. This is shopping as therapy. Yeah, I know, the prices are high, but no one's denying it. A smoothie that costs more than lunch, a $50 bottle of salad dressing, that's not a splurge, that's a statement. But here's the twist. Erewhon doesn't just thrive despite the prices, it thrives because of them. Luxury pricing changes how people perceive value. When you walk into Erewhon, you're not just buying groceries, you're buying trust, exclusivity, and an aesthetic reassurance. That price tag tells you this is the good stuff. It's Psychology 101. Higher price equals higher perceived quality. It's why people will pay more for skincare and glass bottles or coffee with gold flakes. The kicker, most of the food actually does taste amazing. But what you're really swallowing is an entire experience. Pristine packaging, curated ingredients, the feeling that you're part of the in crowd. That's why people line up to pay. Not because they have to, but because they want to. So what really sets Erewhon apart from other organic grocery stores? It comes down to what they call the Erewhon standard, and that means no refined sugars, no high fructose corn syrup, no fake flavors, preservatives, or dyes, 100% organic produce, grass-fed, pasture-raised, free range, and local when possible. Erewhon isn't just where new health products show up, it's where they blow up. This store is like Hollywood for health brands. If Whole Foods is a nice stage, Erewhon is the red carpet. New products go through a strict approval process. Over 100 things are checked before anything hits the shelf. If an ingredient doesn't meet their high standards, it's a no. Sometimes brands even change their recipes just to make it in. But getting on the shelf is just the beginning. Erewhon watches sales very closely. If something doesn't perform, it's out. No hard feelings, just very high expectations. That's why getting your product into Erewhon is such a big deal. Now let's talk numbers. Prepared food and drinks account for 40 to 50% of sales with margins that hit a luscious 35%. Compare that to the national average of 12% and you'll understand why the mac and cheese is plated like fine art. The average cart value? $85 to $100. That's double Whole Foods. Their stores may be small, but they're efficient. Less clutter, more high margin rotation. Think Trader Joe's, but with an infrared sauna and functional superfoods. Erewhon's core customer isn't just buying groceries, they're buying a lifestyle. Picture someone filming their morning routines, tracking their steps on their fitness watch, and stocking their fridge with coconut water and matcha. They're between 25 to 45, making over $200,000 a year, plugged into social media, likely working in content, tech, wellness, or some creative fields. This crowd doesn't just want clean food. They want food that tells a story. They want to post it, flex it, sip it on TikTok with a side of spiritual awakening. To them, Erewhon isn't expensive, it's essential. Erewhon is what happens when a farmer's market goes to Coachella. Celebrity sightings are common. Scroll TikTok and you might see Kylie Jenner grabbing a smoothie, Hailey Bieber refilling her green juice, or Zendaya checking out the skincare aisle. There's always someone posting their Erewhon haul from the parking lot, usually between two matte black Teslas. It's a place to see, be seen, and be seen being healthy. So what happens when Erewhon tries to scale? They've got plans for New York City, Miami, and more. But here's the catch. Exclusivity doesn't scale well. LA wellness culture is a vibe. In New York, the health scene looks different. It's fast-paced, efficient, and focused on function. But make no mistake, there's still a strong market for high-end wellness. Plenty of New Yorkers will happily spend big on luxury health products that fit their lifestyle and standards. Erewhon also prides itself on local sourcing. That gets tricky when your expansion zip code is 2,800 miles away from your kombucha supplier. Scaling the product, easy. Scaling the mystique, a little harder. High-end grocery stores walk a fine line. When the economy dips, consumers downshift fast. Even loyal Erewhon fans may start to side-eye, eyeing their $300 haul when the bills pile up. Whole Foods, Sprouts, and even Amazon are beefing up their clean offerings at lower prices. Add to the increased regulation around wellness claims, and Erewhon has to keep innovating to stay fresh in every sense. It can't just ride the trend wave, it has to lead it. Despite all the odds, Erewhon continues to dominate because it nails three simple things. 1. Curation is king. People want fewer choices, not more, especially if they can trust those choices. 2. Exclusivity sells. When a brand feels selective, rare, or elite, people want in even more. 3. Brand is everything. Erewhon isn't a store, it's a statement. Is it expensive? Yes. Is it ridiculous? Sometimes, but it's working. Erewhon turned groceries into luxury, smoothies into social currency, and clean eating into content. Now you know the strategy behind the $20 strawberry. What do you think? Wellness genius or health hustle money grab? Who do you guys think will be the next celebrity to make a smoothie at Erewhon? Drop it in the comments and let me know.